Welcome to another episode of The American Dream, a show that's unscripted, that combats negative media, commercial-free. If you get anything out of today's show, it's about dreaming big. Let's start the show right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
So we talk about this show, The American Dream. A big piece of it is how it's a mindset, not a circumstance. I don't know if there's anyone who better illustrates it than a guy named Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is a guy who came from nothing. He's built a successful empire that sells books, products, coaching. Overall, just a very inspirational guy. So we're here in Miami and we're sitting in a bank. Now, what you don't know is the bank, actually all this commercial space, Grant just bought it. So we're gonna go meet Grant, we're gonna walk around, show his company culture, get to know his story a little bit better, and then we're gonna go visit his private jet. So this should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and let's check this out. Follow me.
So let me bring you back here, Craig.
Okay.
So this is our e-commerce right here. We'll do about maybe 40 this year.
Snap a few shots and everything.
And so, hey, Ryan Secco, how you doing? Amazing. He's a pilot and works in the real estate. He's moved from phones to pilot to we're going to raise $1 billion in cash for real estate deals. So we bought this building and we're blowing out all the way to that side. I need all the room in it. Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey, so this is the boiler room right here, okay? These guys are making phone calls all day long, cold calls, warm calls, and follow-up calls. Hey, guys, say hi to Craig, will you? That's how we roll, dog. That's how we roll.
Hey, let me get 2 claps to the Ric Flair.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm Kara Kay with The American Dream. I get to meet with Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listing. It's an exclusive interview and it's one you won't want to miss. Are you ready to cheers to your book and all your success?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we drinking this?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we chugging
I know
it?
nothing about wine. I'm Kara Kay, and today I get to speak with Ryan Serhant. He is here in San Diego promoting his book. We are excited to read it. You do so well in real estate, and you know the power of media and TV. Thank you again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
With the wine in the wine room.
It couldn't be classier, in my opinion.
I know, this is very classy. I should have worn a tie.
So I know that you know the importance of TV and media. How important do you think that is in real estate today?
I think media is incredibly important in all businesses. I think any business that does anything for marketing in any way, shape, or form is now a media company. I mean, if you're a real estate brokerage like I am in New York City, we don't build the apartments, we don't build the buildings. We're not really real estate brokers, we're media brokers, right? I find different ways to market my properties via media. And so for me, television has been huge, and now we do a lot through the digital space, right? You can see that a lot of networks are going digital. I have a YouTube vlog now, just to try to hit a different viewer base. It's really important.
Sure, I think you, of all people, know the importance of getting exposure to listings, which is why you've gotten into TV and media. Now talk about the transition into how important it is to be social as well as on TV.
Yeah, I think that if you're a salesperson, right, which is what the book is for, is anybody who sells anything, you're really selling yourself, right? You're creating a relationship. You sometimes have to talk about the product. Sometimes you have to go into the price. Sometimes you have to go into the features. You need to have all that information, but that's what you need to do. That's the job, right? Everything else, especially through social media, especially through different forms of media, is building that relationship passively, right? This, you and I talking right now, is an active communication, building a relationship. But I can hit so many more people through social, through YouTube, through LinkedIn articles. People talk about passive income all the time. For salespeople and for a lot of people in our generation, kind of the gig generation, we have passive relationships are passive income, because those will turn into other sources of work for us down the line, and we just don't even know what they are.
If you are talking to a realtor who really wants to make it tomorrow and in the future, what advice would you give them?
I am always blown away when I meet new salespeople, especially real estate agents, who post on Instagram once a month, who aren't doing anything on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter, and they say, well, that's not really me. Well, then the job isn't really you.
Thank you for watching. Link, subscribe, you know what to do. Oh.
Like and subscribe.
Oh.
Not like and subscribe.
You can't sit there and complain about not having business, or sit there and complain about how the market's so tough, if you're not actively doing things that are under your control. And what's under your control is putting out media. There's so many different places to absorb content these days, and so many real places to hit real people, to target them directly in your neighborhood, on your block, like that age group. It's all about consistency too, right? It's a really, really important word, and it takes a long time. Like for me, it took me 3 years before I stopped thinking about quitting real estate every day. It was tough. And same thing for social media and all forms of media. Like, you have to be consistent with what you put out there all the time, and that way people know what to look for.
Now, what do you guys think as a team? What does the American dream, I guess, mean to you in your office?
It's freedom of choice to be able to own a home if you want, or rent a home if you want, or to be able to have this job or this opportunity or that opportunity without repercussion, other than your own expectations and your own stress that you put on yourself. I really do think that everybody has that thing in their stomach that is trying to get them to that next level in their life that they actually can take control of, but not everybody wants it. And that's the one thing I can't teach. Like, I can teach a lot in the book about how to find what your motivation is, how to find what's going to wake you up every day, how to find what's going to help you make a little bit of extra money every single month, but I can't teach you to want more for yourself. You have to want that on your own. So we're cheersing to the American dream?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay.
So it's like 3 out.
Okay,
Cheers.
cheers.
All right.
To the American dream.
Am I supposed to drink more?
No.
Okay.
How did we do? I am infamously terrible at alcohol.
No, I'm a real dude, and
So where are we? What is this here?
this is the e-commerce department. So we do about 40 million out of here.
Okay, so you do.
Everything: Facebook, Instagram, webinars.
What is the product line?
So the
Coaching.
the product line's everything from 10x hat, $20, cufflinks, to $80,000 program right here. So this is educational. This is what I started with. I was basically educating sales organizations, big companies, like from banks to car dealers, car manufacturers, on how to handle a customer differently. So he's doing a video Skype conference call. Let's go back and see. Hey guys, how's it going, guys?
They can hear you.
What's up, baby?
Hey, you guys are awesome, man. I got my little glow on. How do I look?
You're looking good. You look amazing.
Dave's got a little filter, light filter here.
For that.
Hey, really appreciate you guys. William, Jason, Elliot, Amanda, Lauren, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a customer. Anything we can do to help you guys, let us know, all right? Okay, thank you. So that's how we support our customers, through Skype calls, Zoom, video conference. What's up here? This is a stat board. Okay, this is Jeremy's made 110 calls. George Badia's got 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 2 hours and 44 minutes of talk time already.
You guys need anything, let us know in between.
Corey Gill, I don't know where Corey Gill, where you at, Corey Gill? 2 appointments set, man? Did you set them both? Your mom and your uncle.
I'm not doing the power.
Come on, man, come on.
My name is Ben Daniels with Edge Homes. I could not be more excited to be part of the American Dream here in Salt Lake City. We are headed over right now to the Edge Homes Greystone community in Harriman, Utah. It's a prairie elevation, one of our newer elevations, a little bit more modern looking, lower roofs, a lot of forward-facing hips. Great floor plan. It's the Morgan, very open. I'm really excited about some of this new stylings we put in this design. Greystone is located just off 14500 South in Harriman, just west of Mountain View Corridor, near the Providence Hall Charter Schools. Great location. This is close to shopping, sets up high, great views, beautiful home. Excited to take you inside and take a look. I wanted to take an opportunity to show you through our Greystone new model home that we've just built here in Harriman. This is the Morgan floor plan, about 3,300 square feet. As we come in from the entry into the great room, we've got a 2-story great room, open with double stacked windows on both sides. We've got an open loft right above, so it just has this great open feel coming up through here. Most of our floor plans are gonna have something like this. It's one thing I really love about Edge is we've really kept up to date with architecture and design styles. Tons of cabinetry. These are the white cabinets, so it's very bright and open. You have a huge island for great prep space and working. The dining's just off to the side. This home in particular has a very large pantry with a barn door. Love these doors. They're a lot of fun. And then just off to the side, we've added this 3-panel slider to go out to the deck outside and added a larger deck out back. Yeah, what a beautiful view from the backyard. Walking inside, let's take a look upstairs. Coming up, I just love this feel of all the railing, the openness of it. Leave it as a loft or use it as a kid's playroom. Really good space. Going down the hall, we've got this large laundry room off to the side, right next to the 2-bedroom. Secondary bathroom here. And then going through the double doors into the master bedroom. We've added these little windows here just above on the wall where the master bed would go. And then a large picture window here that looks out to this beautiful view of the valley. We've got a nice large bath, huge countertop. We, on this model, went with the large walk-in shower, and then the long vanity with double sinks, the comfort height, and then a huge walk-in closet off to the side. Great use of space, tons of room. People really love this home. So just like here in Harriman, where we've got condo communities, townhomes, single family, I have projects just like this in Lehigh, Saratoga. I have a high-end project in Draper. This is kind of more of what we're doing. We're building larger communities, all price points represented. We'd love to have you come see us. Thanks so much for watching The American Dream. We would hope to see you out soon.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
What I love about you, Grant, is that there's a lot of people out there right now and they're preaching bullshit, right? There's a lot of snake oil salesmen that live online now, and I've followed you, gotten to know you. You really live what you talk about. I mean, 10X isn't just some brand. Like, you're actually someone who invests time, energy, and capital into growth. Where does that inspiration come from? Because it's definitely real, man.
In the beginning, years of me being an entrepreneur, I didn't spend any money. I didn't have any employees. I had a half of an employee. I worked out of my office. I did everything on the cheap.
What year was this?
This is, late 90s.
Okay.
Even for the first 20 years though of my career, like if you go back and look at what I was doing, I was a speaker and a consultant on how to grow a business, but I didn't have a business.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm talking to a guy about growing a business, when I went back to my hotel that night, I was just selling time.
Sure.
I was the guy you were describing.
Why do you feel so much more confident today?
I got 115 employees that 30 of them probably will become millionaires.
Wow.
I'm not Facebook. I'm not Amazon. Like, I'm not doing this on the backs of Wall Street. This is now I'm orchestrating a business. This has all happened in the last 8 or 9 years.
Incredible.
Yeah. When you take the lid off of, that's why I'm so passionate about what I talk about. Because when you take the lid off of this idea that you're going to work from home, that's so popular today.
Yep.
You're going to be a consultant or an advertiser or a marketer from your bedroom, and you're going to make millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. You're still not going to be a business.
The online world creates so much opportunity,
Yeah.
but there's also so much phoniness to it, right? And I'm in the middle of writing a book right now called American Dream 2.0, and it's talking about the digital age, connectivity, but you can't ignore work ethic and real relationships and building social capital. And I think if you can bring those worlds together, it's probably the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind.
I mean, look, you left San Diego to come to Miami to build your business out. You can't. At
you
some
gotta
point,
get here.
you can't do everything on Facebook and Instagram. There's still got to be somebody putting time and energy and resources and risk. I really admire that about what you guys are doing with American Dream.
Well, you know, and think about that term, the American Dream. A lot of people say it's dead, right?
Yeah.
And the moment you stop dreaming, I think, is the moment that you're dead. Tell us what's next for you. So you got a big event coming up, but give us 3, 5, 10 years. Where do you think you go from here?
You know, I have a company that I think I can take to $10 billion. My goal is to build the biggest real estate company, privately held real estate company in the country.
So you're still inspired, still hustling.
Yeah, still excited. We just, just released a book. It was the best release of any book I've ever done by 10 times.
Wow.
And so we're excited about a lot of stuff. I want to make the people that either partner with me or work with me to be, to do as well as I'm doing, if that's possible. And I think it is.
We're really inspiring people, man. As I was driving over here, we're posting, doing the social media thing too, and I can't tell you how many messages I'm getting from people telling me to thank you.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, so I hope you get that on the day-to-day, but I just want to share that with you. Yeah. Appreciate you having us out here.
Thank you,
a
man.
lot of fun.
Appreciate you, okay? We'll take it up in the air next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Talking now with Robynn Eccles. She is a team leader with Coldwell Banker Residential. Always great to see you.
Wonderful to see you. Thanks, Amy.
So, Robynn, you're an expert there in the Salt Lake area, and I know there has been some new rising prices. Homeowners have gotten notification of new tax assessment values. The question that Utah is asking then is, what is my home worth? How are you answering that?
It's a great question, and absolutely, as tax assessments came out last month, I'm getting more calls than ever saying, okay, the state says my home's worth this, I'm seeing online this is what it is, where are we really? There's a number of resources available to homeowners. So typically people are going to start with online resources, looking at maybe an online value generator where they can just put in basic information about their home and it spits out a value. You mentioned the tax notices, and that's another place for people to look at their home values. And then, of course, there's appraisals, market analysis, paper analysis, and equity analysis available.
So with all these tools then, what is some of the best? Are there advantages or disadvantages? What do you recommend?
It really depends on what the reasoning behind looking at the home value is, what the goals are. There's pros and cons to all of them. So the online tool is a great way to just get a quick assessment. The challenges with an online tool, any kind of online tool where you're getting your home's value, is that one, no one's walking through your home to take a look. And so there's not a true comparison of fit and finish. It's more an overview of what your general area may be doing. But if they're comparing a home with quartz countertops to a home with Formica, there's no real adjustment being made for that. So the other challenge is that Utah is a non-disclosure state. So that makes it very difficult for any of these online tools to really work. It's sort of like flipping a coin to see if you're having a boy or a girl when you're pregnant. A 50-50
Right.
shot, but probably not the most accurate science. But it is a great place to start and then maybe compare where your true value is from there. An appraisal is an excellent tool. This is the tool that when home buyers are purchasing a home is going to determine what the true market value of the home is to make sure that the bank isn't lending more than the market value. The challenges with that, one would be that it's costly. If a homeowner is just curious about their home's value, it may not be worth the investment of getting a full appraisal. The second challenge with it is it's going to give a market value, but not necessarily a prediction as far as time on market, how it stacks up with the other competition. It's going to look really at the closed relevant properties, but not necessarily what's currently on the market. It's also not a great tool for projecting what's going to happen in the next 3, 6, 9 months. As far as an equity analysis, market analysis, paper analysis, this is something that can be provided by a realtor. This is the most in-depth snapshot of not just what's your home's market value, but what could you expect if you hit the market now? What kind of competition would you be stacked up against? And it's the reason that we do a paper analysis for all of our homeowners, anyone who's purchased a home with us. We run this for them twice a year, so they always have a really complete idea of what their home's value is and what the value of that investment was.
So there really is a difference with that paper analysis versus the equity analysis for what you can bring to them for information?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, we do a paper analysis twice a year. Now it's more in depth than just a home valuation where we type in the information and it spits it out. We're really looking at those relevant properties and comparing on paper how it stacks up. A full equity analysis is what we do if somebody's looking at selling their home. And I say looking at selling their home, that doesn't mean they're ready to throw the sign in the yard and get on the market next week. If someone's looking anywhere within the next 24 months of putting their property on the market, that's when we like to do a more in-depth equity analysis. And that's looking not just on paper at the properties that they compare to, but we actually go out and visit those properties in person to see, picture may be worth 1,000 words, but there's a whole lot of things that can be left out of the story with that. So taking a look to see what's maybe not showing up in the pictures. We also do a forensic analysis on any properties that were listed and then left the market unsold, because just as success leaves clues, failure leaves clues as well. And it's important that we pick up on those and help inform our homeowners' decisions from there.
Well, you are always such a great expert for our viewers, and we appreciate the information that you bring so much. Just a wealth of knowledge, such a dynamo. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate it.
You're watching The American Dream.
So that's all for today's episode of The American Dream. Look, The American Dream is about overcoming adversity or dreaming big. Hope you enjoyed today's show, always combating negative media. Don't forget you can follow us on social media. See you next week.